Everyone, thank you for watching my YouTube video again. So this is the number 9 videos for your study of social psychology. And then based on your screen, you will see the topic for this video will be attribution process. And then I will going to let you know this is another very essential social psychology phenomenon called fundamental attribution error. So based on this fundamental attribution error, so you will understand a lot of time why people conflicting with each other, exactly like the conflict between you and your wife, you and the husband, you and a boss, and then you and the subordinates, right? Before we start the video, so if you're not yet subscribed my channel, please do so. Please also share and like my video. Okay, then what is the meaning of attribution? Attribution means you are figuring out the causes of people behavior or your own behavior. All right. For example, right, when you fail examination, attribution means you have to think of why, what happened, what makes you fail, the causes. Right. When you see someone else fail an examination, and then we have human nature, and then we tend to think of what actually make him fail or make her fail. This is an attribution process. So for attributing like the cause of behavior. Okay, so we have two ways to go. We have two possibilities. We can attribute someone behavior in terms of internal attribution or external attribution. Okay, so from the screen you see, so when you attribute someone like in terms of internal attribution, so you basically believe that this is the person himself or herself make the result. Okay, so that's why you see the person own motivation or ability. Right? For example, when you see like your friend called John, okay, so John failed examination. In terms of internal attribution, you will think of this is because his problem, because he was lazy, he didn't study hard, he is stupid, or he didn't come to class regularly. Okay, so anyway, this is everything related to John himself. It's called internal attribution, right? For yourself, okay, so for example, if you're broken up with your girlfriend, so internal attribution, that means you will think of something about yourself. Okay, so for example, you think, I didn't treat my girlfriend well, and I always came late for the appointment, for the dating. I spoke not very polite to her. This is really a lot of thing about yourself. But in terms of external attribution, basically about something actually beyond person control, outside the person ability. For example, like temperature, like luck, like transportation, traffic, or biases of the people, discrimination by the people. Okay, this is all sorts of external attribution. Okay, example. So when you see John failed examination, then if you attribute his failure in terms of external attribution, you would think this is nothing John can do just because he has a very biased professor, or he really want to do well, but just because of he is too unlucky. That morning the traffic was terrible, so that's why he came late. Okay, so external attribution. What about yourself? For instance, when you like broken up with your girlfriend or broken up with your boyfriend, external attribution, you will think of it's nothing about myself. I have nothing wrong. Okay, so this is about her. This is about the girlfriend. Perhaps a betrayal of girlfriend or boyfriend is nothing about myself. Okay, so this is external. You tend to attribute everything to others people or the environment. Okay, as I previously informed you. So because for human beings, so what's the reason? What is the time we tend to attribute to our internal attribution or an internal problem? What is the time we attribute external factors? So really depends on who is the actor, who is the observer, right? So let's take a look at this. We call fundamental attribution error. So what is a fundamental attribution error? This is pretty simple. Fundamental attribution error believe that when something like happened to us, okay, especially some bad thing happened to us, we tend to attribute to external factor, external attribution. But when something or exactly the same thing happened to someone else, and then we tend to attribute his or her a problem or negative things to internal attribution. Okay, so it's pretty unfair. I'll give an example. Let's take a look of the page of the screen. You will see, so for example, you are the one sitting by the table with red tie, okay, and then this is your staff or this is your friend, okay. So this guy come to the meeting late, okay. You imagine this person come to the meeting late, okay, and then when he arrived, he claimed this is something caused up till his late. It's actually caused by traffic, okay, the traffic jam. But at that moment, you won't believe, okay. So you believe why he came late because he was lazy, he slept longer, he slept overtime, right? So this is what I'm talking about. If right here you are the observer, okay, so you are sitting, you come early for the meeting, so you are the observer. You observe someone came late, okay, so this is an actor, right? And then you believe he came late, his problem caused by internal attribution because he was lazy, he slept overtime. But what about himself? When this like the angle came, the perspective came to the actor himself. Of course, he would say because of traffic jam, a terrible traffic. This is not something out of his control, right? So you understand this point. Okay, after 24 hours, this is another meeting. The friend. Okay, so this guy came late yesterday, but today he was the first to come. And then unfortunately, because of traffic jam, this time you arrived the meeting late. Then what happened? You believe, you still remember yesterday, you believe John came late because he slept overtime, he was lazy. But this time you become the actor, you no longer the observer. When you are actor, you think this is something out of control. You attribute your problem to external attribution. You will think, oh, this is nothing I can control because of traffic jam, because of problems of the environment, because of temperature, because of weather, because of whatever. Anyway, it's something you can't control. But what about the guys? The guys came late yesterday. This time, he showed up on time. He won't believe all your reason. They just think this is excuses. And then because he's now thinking of you came late because you slept overtime, because you are lazy, right? This is what I'm talking about, fundamental attribution error. When something bad happened to us, we tend to attribute to external factors. When something happened to someone else, we tend to attribute to his internal factor. That's why you can imagine when always it's a very, very hot fight between couple, like wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, because everyone, we keep thinking in this way. We tend to believe nothing I can control. When you believe this is something caused by other person, the one standing in front of you, at that moment, your partner, your girlfriend, boyfriend is thinking exactly the same as you. So that's why no one tends to believe this is something about myself, my fault. Okay, so that's why this is not easy for asking someone else to say sorry to you. So when you understand this, when you care someone you really love, like your husband, your wife, your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your children. So when you are aware of fundamental attribution error, so you please be more aware. Always try to